die again. Well, this was a quick run. Yeah. Well, hello there, Just Will here again, and we're starting off with a brand new series on Europa with Stationeers. A little bit of a recap. We did a little bit of a live stream, so that's why there's a base here built with very basic essentials in, just a warm space. Nothing more than that. The main part of doing the little live stream was just sort of testing out basically my new internet connection, things like that, and just getting back into the groove of things, because it's been a little bit of a while, well, quite a little bit of a while of break since I last played the game. So I just wanted to get, basically, kind of want to hit the ground running a little bit with the new series. So what I've done, I've literally just bunged in coal generators, the arc furnace, and I have got at least a basic furnace setup going. Now, we tried doing the old entombed method, because I've seen that so many times back in the day, but was pointed out in the live chat that this has now been nerfed, so this doesn't really work as well as it used to. So you don't get a perfectly sealed box anymore. So that's fine. This is still interesting little thing to play with. So I'm using the exhaust gases from the furnace to heat the space inside this little room. At the moment it's just a couple of manufacturers in there, but this will become the station battery storage area. So just to give us some sort of battery storage, because as we are on Europa, it will tank the station batteries quite hard. So we need some way of just storing battery power, or just storing power, long enough to make some sort of headway. So the plan of this episode is to try and sort out some sort of more sustainable power source. At the moment, using the coal generators, one solar panel isn't going to be enough. Now, I don't think solar is going to be enough. The solar output here is very, very low. We're looking at, what is it, about, well, actually it's getting up there now, 160, 108, yeah, about 160 at peak, and this is with a fixed amount, so not ideal. So the idea will be, hopefully, to possibly add some wind turbines on here. I think wind might be a decent source, and I do know that Europa has storms, as I didn't quite realise. So yeah, that kind of caught me out in the first live stream. It's kind of when we end up abandoning it a little bit in the end. So, plan today, get some basic power going, so we don't have to rely on the coal generator and start making some headway. So let's get started. Now, there's one thing I would like to mention before I forget. I've adjusted the difficulty settings a little bit. I did a video, which I'll pop in the description below, about how to customize your difficulty settings. Because I wanted the more traditional, or the old-fashioned, should we say, normal setting, where you can drink and eat through your helmet. Because on Europa it's going to be a real challenge getting some sort of safe area for me to drink in. That's kind of why the first episode, or the first stream I did, kind of failed completely, because we just had so many deaths and it got a bit frustrating. The other thing I have done is put in the mod that does the 50 grams per ore node. It's simply just a time save slash saves me sitting in there grinding away getting all the ores and stuff, so it just allows us to get a bit further forward on the end game stuff, because we kind of done all this early stuff to death. So I want to just do it, get past this, blow past as quick as I can, get something established, and then start doing some very interesting designs, because I've got some things I want to do with like the Stirling engine, because I never got to try that last time. There's lots of little things I want to try out, so, and as the sun sets, I guess it's going to be a nighttime build for me. Well, time to crack on, I guess. Well, I had a time lapse going, but I'm not sure when actually my wife's character died. I'm using her as a third person view. But yeah, now snowstorms started to turn up, which isn't too bad actually, because luckily I was inside. So I've just started upgrading some of the heavy gauge cabling. I've got sort of a, kind of like a main bus bar, you could call it, just running along the back here. The wind turbine is connected to that end, so actually if I do get this connected up, I can start capturing this storm's energy. I don't have any station batteries yet, but one little battery should be enough just to keep us going for a little while. Oh, and I think I'm actually out of gold. No, it's copper I'm out of. Shoot. So it looks like I'm I'm stuck until the snow or the storm blows through, unless I don't want to put the thin gauge cable in there because that would be a really bad thing. Yeah, I need 1, 2, 3 pieces. Yeah, I don't think I can scrounge enough from what got kicking around here, so I accidentally as well printed 2 weather stations because the second one, I've already got one set up. Haven't got any alarms or anything going, I've just got the indicator going at the moment, so but I did check it not long ago and it was green, so yeah, it must have been a very short countdown annoyingly. Anyway, I'll have to wait for this snowstorm to blow through, so I'll catch you on a little bit. Oh wait, I think I just realised because I put a T-junction here, so I'll just straighten them out. I think I might just be able to scrounge together enough heavy cable. Oh, look at that. Perfect. And that should be charging. I should be charging. Yeah. Okay. Guess I'm going outside. Deep breath. I'm not sure which way the wind is actually coming from. Let's see, it's that way. Okay, so this way I'll go really quick. Got a cable there. Sworn I had the cable connected up. That should be connected now for sure. Let's see. Yeah, it is charging now. Okay. So it must have been a glitch. Oh, not glitch, I mean, must have been me missing a connection somewhere. There we go. That's all running. I just need to put in the other battery charger again, which is blown over here. I might just put it there. Yeah, I think on there. There's some heavy gauge cable to go through there. Let's get these off the floor. At least it's warm enough in this box that these aren't going to discharge anymore. Well, at least we're capturing some energy off this storm. And then the sun is now starting to come back up, so hopefully any second now it should stop. There's another thing I forgot completely about. The solar panel getting damaged. I think though I could actually repair it from inside because of how it's clipping through the ceiling. Yep, I could. Okay, it's a bit cheesy, but I think though for this playthrough I'm going to abandon solar panels. It just feels like they're, until I've got either the heavy one, because I'm not going to cheese this time with a box. I'm going to go for the full heavy kittish ones. I'm going to try and just see how far we can go with just wind on its own. Right on time, the snowstorm is finished. Right, I'll crack on with some more building. Well, I just got the 4th wind turbine up and running, and we are just power positive without anything else being turned on. But it does keep dipping down and dipping up. It's all over the place, to be honest. This doesn't seem to want to charge either of them, so at the moment it's not great. I'll see if I can get an actual reading off this cable, because I think I can somehow work out what this power, or what it is generating. Let me just have a look. So it's going down. It was about 160 when it started, so we'll wait for it to go through the full cycle and ramp back up. Okay, so it's now ramping back up, 180, 190. We're getting decent wattage actually from these wind turbines. 300. Oh, this is actually a decent amount of power actually. Okay, I was slightly pessimistic about this, but 500 watts? Yeah, this is definitely going to be the much better way of dealing with it. So 500 and still going. I thought it was going back down. I think it's going to top out, yep, about 590. Okay, so 590, that's half a kilowatt from just 4 wind turbines. And there's nothing to stop me put another box behind there. I think I might do like a 4x4 box of these. So that'll give me a couple of kilowatts to work with. That's a fairly decent amount of power, really. That should keep it going for a little while. Okay, well I'll crack on with that and yeah, pop a few more down. There's another thing I forgot to mention at the beginning of the episode. The For some reason, when we started the save, the oxygen tank we were given this time around was empty. Don't know why. So that's slightly challenging. So what I do need to still sort out is a way of capturing warm gas, because the first death of the series that was in the live stream, turns out breathing in freezing cold air is not good for your lungs. And yeah, that's why we have one death. We'll ignore the second one because that's my poor wife just I'm using as a secondary camera angle. Keeps dying. So, but I'm going to collect the skulls from my deaths, not from obviously hers. They don't really count because they're just, again, just a camera angle. So yeah, so I was able to at least get a single canister full of warmed air from using the encased area, because luckily Europa is just pure oxygen. The only downside is now I'm running out of oxygen again, and I've not got a spare active vent, so I need to come up with some sort of way of, I need to make another one. I've got to put it all together again. Ideally I want to just build this, get it compressed into this thing, and then effectively bring gas into that room, warm it up, put it in this tank, warm it up, or bring more gas in, just cycling through basically, and just slowly fill this tank up with warm oxygen. That way I can just put my canister in it and forget about this whole issue. So, but that's another challenge for a bit later on. Turns out I couldn't wait any longer. I'm down to 65% on this suit, so it's not looking too sharp. Right, so I think I've got the bits in here. Actually, no, I don't. I'm missing one bit, which is a piece of pipe. So let me just check my power. Yeah, I think I can just bung it in here. Yeah, that should be fine, because then I'll put the bend there, have the canister fill up there. There we go. So I'll just put a little corner straight into the tank. Easy peasy. Right, let me just go grab a bit of pipe. There we go. I had to move it over slightly. For some reason, it wouldn't let me put the pipe there. So I should now be able to turn that to inward. Take the suit out. Actually, do I have my... Yes, I do. Grab my tablet. Just want to check and make sure the atmosphere is still okay. It is not. Somehow I've got a bit of the old X chemical in here. I got a funny feeling that was probably welding something at one point. So I'm going to have to vent the room out completely and repressurize it and then warm it up again, which means I need to get the furnace on, and we've only got 47% oxygen left. Nothing like a slight stressful moment at all or anything. Alright, room temperature is now minus 37, dropping, or rising. The gas in there is a couple hundred degrees, so hopefully it's enough. Oh, okay. Suddenly the pressure's just shot up, temperature just shot up. Let's just turn that valve off, because that suddenly shot up to 500 degrees in that pipe when I was doing nothing, so that's just exciting. Might be actually a bit too warm now, but that's okay, we can work with that. It's going to be a little bit more toasty than I probably want, but that's fine. Alright, let's start. Try that up a bit. That'll do. There we go, right. That's the option sorted. The temperature in the room is getting a little bit spicy, but I think we can just force one of these to pump gas into the room. Actually, I can just do... Let me see if I've got an idea. Let me try something. What I'm going to do to bring the temperature down in the room is just bring the airlock up to pressure with the exterior. Cycle to interior, not depressurize. And then mix that cold air in. It should bring us down a little bit. There we go. 25, 24. Yeah, it doesn't take much. Just one airlock is enough just to cool this room. Just to keep it under control. So I've just drunk the last of the water. So I'm going to need to sort out a water system soon. Got plenty of tomato soup, so we've got corn soup and another tin over here. Yeah, so we've got plenty. So water will be the first thing. Now we don't have to worry about heating it anymore because the new bottle filler has a built-in heater, so that makes it so we don't have to really do anything. Just ice crush straight into it. And I believe there is water just here. Let's get my reel out. That was oxide. See, I always get these mixed up. somewhere around there's probably some water ice. That's probably silicon, isn't it? Yep, silicon. Great, and it's now starting to go dark, just when I was going to try and find some more ice. So I'll do that next morning, I think. I just got the second bank of wind turbines down before the sun sets. I also found a little bit of ice. Wasn't easy to find, it ended up being quite a distance away, but that's fine. So I think now the sun is setting, I'm going to just crack on with getting an ice crusher and a bottle filler going. Right, I just had to do a bit of research to work out exactly how the ice crusher stuff works now, because I forgot they added it, so now it heats it, and it's the ice crusher itself heats, not the bottle filler. For some reason I thought that was the thing that filled up. So I don't think I need to do a heat exchange with the gas of this, so I should be able to just go straight to ice crusher. Now, where is the ice crusher? I'm guessing in the pipe bender. Yep, ice crusher. Right, so iron, gold, copper. Right, so I'm going to get the ice crusher online. I'm going to vent it straight outside. I'm not going to bother capturing nitrogen gas off to start with because I'm down to 13% water. So I need to get cracking on. Right, after running around like a headless chicken for a few seconds. Let's see. I've put in 5 in there. That should be enough. So that going. Now, in theory, we should be able to just chuck the bottle straight in now because it is going to warm the water up a little bit. Hopefully it's warmed it up enough. There we go. We have water. And that's that sorted. Oh, just the right amount of health, 69%. Nice. Okay, there we go. Oh, bottle filler working at last. Just ignore the labels being upside down. I'll eventually fix that. Eventually. No, me, I probably won't. Oh, that actually still wasn't enough to even fill up the last one, so... Okay, well, I've got enough ice anyway to keep me going for a little while. Looks like the power's good now, so... I think what I'll do is I'll continue now putting a few more wind turbines up on the roof. I'm starting to run low on oxygen again, and I just realised something. Earlier I vented this space out because it had a bit of pollutants in it. Well, I kind of forgot the fact that we have a portable scrubber. Now, if I just put that in here and simply just made a canister just to get rid of the pollutants, because there's not a lot in here. We're talking like, you know, 0.03 now and 1.3, and that was because I accidentally emptied a waste tank in here. If I just do that, filter them off, I can then just get my bottler going again and go to cycle the whole thing. So yeah, bit of a dunderhead moment there, to say the least. Right, so I'm going to put in a CO2 and a pollutant filter in here. That will be in pollutant, that will be in CO2. Grab battery off here, whack it in, turn it on, and away it goes. And that should now make this room perfectly safe. I mean, it's not to the point where it's probably going to hurt me. There's nothing really left in here now. So let's open up the helmet. Yep, character breathing just fine, so cool. That's safe enough then. What I'll do then, I'll pop in the oxygen tank. Let's see, so put it in there, turn that on, run it for a little while, turn it off. Really be monitoring that. That'll do. Yeah, I think that's about enough. I think 8 megapascals is the limit. So that should keep me going for a little while. Beautiful. Lock it all down again. I really shouldn't be worrying about having the helmet closed in this space, but it's one of those things that I forget to go to close and open it. Right, now I've got to do is deal with this massive thing in my way all the time, which is a little bit annoying. Let's see, let's bung it in here. Yeah, that's kind of that'll do. Right, so back to putting these wind turbines back up. Well, as the sun starts to come up and the weather warning, well, the weather station says there's a storm coming, I've just got the last row of wind turbines up and running. So I think what I'm going to do is call it there for this episode, because I'm now at a stage where I've done what I need to do with the power stuff. So the plan for the next episode is to do the food production, because I haven't done anything like that on the new update, because there's now all genetics and things like that we've got to play with. So I'll post a scheduled live stream so you know when it's coming out. But hopefully, all being well, I'll see you all then, and I'll catch you all later. Bye for now.